Eileen Gu flaunts gold medal figure in semi-sheer white gown as Fashion Week star. After winning a gold medal in halfpipe, after becoming the most decorated freestyle female skier in Olympic history, SI swim model hit Milan Fashion Week. There, she stunned in a figure-hugging white gown and was celebrated like the hero she is. Quality time. She captioned Wednesday, February 25th Instagram share. Grazie mille, Brunello Cucinelli. The Ultra Glam 6-image carousel post showed the athlete posing with various high-fashion celebs and ended with a breathtaking shot of herself in the semi-sheer dress. "I've never been so inspired by someone in my life," gushed one comment. "Watching you shine in every industry makes me so proud," smiling face with heart-shaped eyes, agreed another. "Elegant and generous. You are the most charming and beautiful girl I have ever seen," added a third. "You are just amazing. Everyone will be charmed by you." Dizzy, light skin tone emoji modifier. "Every shoot feels like a new chapter unlocked," raved a fourth. "You truly belong on global stages." Clapping hand sign, clapping hand sign, clapping hand sign. "The most elegant girl, yet she turns effortlessly cool with a pair of sunglasses." Person raising both hands in celebration. Red heart # wrote a fifth. The confident athlete had a viral moment after earning her record-breaking fifth medal, when she clapped back at a reporter who asked her if she thought of her silver medals as 2 golds lost. Gu, 22, was raised in NorCal but competes for China, her mother's home country. She came into the 2026 Winter Games with 2 gold and 1 silver from Beijing, before taking home silver in both Big A and slopestyle, making Olympic history as the most decorated female freestyle skier ever. Icing on the cake, a final gold in the women's halfpipe. Eileen Gu flaunts gold medal figure in semi-sheer white gown as Fashion Week star. Under the crystalline chandeliers of Paris Fashion Week, where couture dreams shimmer against centuries-old architecture, Eileen Gu did not simply walk into the room. She arrived like a statement. The Olympic gold medalist, known as much for her dominance on snow-covered slopes as for her dominance on glossy magazine covers, stepped onto the marble floors in a semi-sheer white gown that seemed to capture both winter frost and high-fashion fire in one breathtaking silhouette. The gown floated rather than clung. Crafted from whisper-thin layers of silk chiffon and delicate organza, it traced her athletic frame with effortless grace. The semi-sheer panels revealed subtle contours, strong shoulders sculpted by discipline, a poised posture carved from years of competitive focus, and the unmistakable confidence of someone accustomed to standing at the top of a podium. If Olympic gold has a texture, it might feel like that dress, luminous, precise, and impossible to ignore. Fashion Week is no stranger to spectacle. It thrives on drama, plunging necklines, architectural hemlines, daring palettes. But Gu's presence carried a different kind of electricity. It wasn't just the gown, though the gown certainly dazzled. It was the fusion of sport and couture, of power and delicacy, of the slopes meeting the runway. The white hue was deliberate, not bridal, not innocent, but glacial, echoing the terrain where she has written her name into sporting history. Under the venue's golden lighting, the fabric caught every flicker and transformed it into a soft halo. The semi-sheer bodice was embroidered with faint crystalline beadwork that sparkled like freshly fallen snow under alpine sun. From a distance, she seemed wrapped in light. Yet the most compelling detail wasn't stitched. It was the way she wore it. Eileen Gu has always embodied duality. American-born, globally celebrated, fiercely competitive yet academically accomplished, she inhabits spaces that others might find contradictory. Athlete and model, scholar and celebrity, cultural bridge and individual force. The gown, in its airy transparency layered over structured tailoring beneath, mirrored that balance perfectly, softness overlaying strength. Her stride was steady, grounded, reminiscent of the composure she exhibits before launching into a gravity-defying spin. On the red carpet, cameras erupted in rapid bursts. Flashbulbs flared like tiny explosions. She paused just long enough to tilt her chin, allowing the fabric to ripple in a quiet cascade around her legs. There was no exaggerated pose, no theatrical flourish, just poise. It's easy to forget, watching her command a fashion audience, that Gu is first and foremost an athlete who has spent years training in freezing temperatures, enduring brutal falls, and pushing physical limits. The gold medal figure referenced in headlines is not merely aesthetic, it is engineered through discipline. Her shoulders tell stories of early morning practices. Her core strength whispers of endless repetitions. In the semi-sheer gown, those hard-earned lines were subtly visible, a reminder that beauty, in her case, is built. Designers have long been fascinated by athletes. The idea of peak physical form, of motion and momentum, offers endless inspiration. But few athletes navigate high fashion as fluently as GU. She does not appear as a novelty guest or token sports star. She belongs. Editors lean in when she speaks. Designers request fittings personally. Photographers adjust their lenses with anticipation rather than obligation. That night, whispers followed her through the venue. She's glowing. Look at the detail. She carries it so well. Compliments traveled like perfume in the air. And yet, Gu's smile remained grounded, warm, appreciative, never overplayed. The gown's back was perhaps its most arresting feature. A plunging open cut framed her shoulders, while a cascade of translucent fabric fell in a near-weightless train. As she turned, the train fanned out behind her like snow spray from a perfect landing. It was subtle choreography, fashion echoing sport. Her styling amplified the narrative. Hair swept back in a sleek, minimalist style, allowing her features to shine. Makeup remained luminous and clean, dewy skin, soft champagne tones on the eyelids, and a hint of gloss that caught the light. No harsh lines, no overpowering colors, just radiance. She wore diamond studs that glinted like ice crystals, understated but brilliant. Fashion Week often celebrates fantasy, but GU represents something more tangible, evolution. The modern icon is no longer confined to a single arena. She is multidimensional. She can conquer a half-pipe and a headline in the same breath. She can speak about global markets and creative expression with equal fluency. In her semi-sheer white gown, she symbolized that new archetype, strength wrapped in elegance. Observers noted how naturally she interacted with fellow attendees. Designers greeted her with familiarity. Models exchanged admiration. Even seasoned fashion veterans seemed to recognize that her influence stretches beyond the runway. Social media lit up within minutes of her arrival. Clips of her entrance circulated rapidly. Hashtags pairing her name with words like ethereal, power, and icon. But perhaps what makes Eileen Gu's Fashion Week moment so compelling is the authenticity behind it. There was no sense of costume, no impression that she was playing dress-up in a borrowed identity. The gown did not transform her into something else. It amplified what she already is. Gold medalists understand spotlight. They understand the silence before applause, the breath held before impact. Fashion, in its own way, operates similarly. Theirs